This book is about my time living in California. I had gone to study engineering in late 1986, and I left California in 1992. And during those 5, 6 years, I photographed a lot. And I photographed my friends, the things we did, partners, and we would go out. We would go to basically upstate California, Northern California. We'd do these road trips, and I was photographing as much as I could because I really wanted to document these experiences because it felt like a diary for me. And I kept photographing through this period because I felt like it was so fleeting that I thought if I didn't document it, all these moments would be lost. I wanted to make a book because I wanted these images to be very tangible, but I felt like it needed to be in a book form. It needed to have weight, a physical weight, and also it needed to have emotional weight. And I think it was with that, among many of the things, which propelled me to make a book. I could have made this book 5 years ago. I could have made this book 10 years ago, but I think it would have looked very different then. And I could have also made the book 5 years from now, and also it would look very different. So I think whenever you make a book, I think that moment is the right time, and one never knows how you'll feel about it 5 years down the road. Well, the editing process for this book was quite slow in the beginning because I sat down with like about 500 images, physical prints, which I cut down to about 80 to 100. And, um, and then I started moving them around on the floor. And as the edit started becoming a little bit clearer, I started to work in an InDesign format. When I spoke to my friend Rukmini about the book, she suggested that I make everything full bleed, double spreads, and I went with that idea. And I wanted to do a lot of juxtapositions. I wanted to play with the form. I wanted to play with the edits. I also decided I would crop the pictures as much as I didn't do that in the first rounds of dummies. I realized that for me to bring out the essence of this story or this book, I needed to crop the images, and I think it worked out really well that way. It's amazing to walk into a printing press and see how it functions. From sitting with the guy who works on it pictures, who edits them down, who does the color corrections, and they convert them to CMYK, and then they run off proofs, to actually making a dummy proof and then making further corrections on that, and then eventually watching the whole book go to print. And you're watching the sheets come through, and you still don't understand how it's going to become a book.